everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you my process on how I learned how to make polymer clay sprinkles, so let's get started. We'll first start off with the colors that I used. The mixtures are listed down below. First up is pastel red, pastel orange, pastel yellow, pastel green, pastel blue, and last up is pastel purple. Once I had my colors mixed, I started with conditioning my clay by softening it with my fingers. You can also use clay softeners, acrylic roller, TLS, or a pasta machine. For smaller amounts, I like to use my fingers, and for larger amounts, I use my acrylic roller. Be careful when using your hands for this process because sometimes clay can be quite hard. After my clay is soft and easy to work with, I began splitting the large ball into a group of smaller balls. This will help make multiple clay strands of each color. I then repeated that step with all the other colors that I had. Once you're done with the previous process, you'll start rolling out each ball into a snake of clay. As you can see here, I began just rolling it underneath my fingers. This is probably my second coil I've ever rolled, so you can see it's extremely uneven and lumpy. If you keep watching, you'll be able to compare this coil to the future coils that I have in this video, and you'll be able to see exactly what I'm doing wrong with this one. I then took another color and started rolling out another coil of clay. I wanted to show you this technique I learned after rolling about 4 or 5 coils before this one. You can see that I've started to separate my fingers while rolling the coil, which elongates the strand. If you're gentle, you can create a nice long strand and keep it for the most part even. It probably feels like I'm showing a lot of coil rolling, but that's a large part of this project. The technique I wanted to note here is moving all of your fingers down the coil from one side back to the other, coupled with separating your fingers. From what I've seen, this keeps the coil rolled evenly throughout. Being the 10th strand I rolled out, I was quite happy with the results. It's a lot less lumpy, and I think a bit more even. Once you've rolled out all of your strands, you can place them down on whatever baking platform you have set for yourself. I'm using 2 4-inch ceramic tiles. Try not to get the strands stuck together like I did twice already. Once you're ready, you can pop them into the toaster oven or oven. I baked mine for 10 minutes at 275. Once my strands were baked and cooled, I gathered them together and readied them for the next step. To be completely honest, this next step was quite frustrating. I thought this was going to be a different turnout, but my blade was a bit too flimsy and not as sharp as I wanted. The sprinkles weren't coming out as small as I wanted. As you can see, I'm struggling with trying to figure out how to get these cut. I ended up separating them into smaller groups and trying to cut them like that, but still I was running into some trouble. The sprinkles were still too large for my intended purposes, and my blade just wasn't cutting it. I then decided to take another approach and cut each individual strand into smaller pieces, which obviously takes a really long time, but it makes them small, which I really wanted for my next project. It's not the smartest thing to do, and you need a sharp blade to be able to cut the group. Overall, I just wanted some uniform pieces. My next couple of projects include a donut and taiyaki, which I wanted sprinkles for. This takes a lot of time, but in the end I think it'll be worth it. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And that's it, guys. Once you've cut your sprinkles into the size you want, you can put them in a little jar for future projects. The only pro tip I have is to have a sharper blade for this project. And that's all I have today, guys. I hope this video has helped someone out there. If not, thanks for watching anyway. If you have any recommendations or advice, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for future videos. Thanks everyone!